In the book Meditations on First Philosophy, Rene Descartes said the following words: there is a great difference between the mind and the body, inasmuch as the body is by its very nature always divisible, while the mind is utterly indivisible. For when I consider the mind or myself, insofar as I am merely a thinking thing, I am unable to distinguish any parts within myself. I understand myself to be something quite single and complete. By contrast, there is no corporeal extended thing that I can think of, which in my thought I cannot easily divide into parts. And this very fact makes me understand that it is divisible. This one argument would be enough to show me that the mind is completely different from the body. These thoughts, which are popularly known as Descartes' dualism, spawn one of the biggest problems in philosophy and science, known as the mind body problem. So, for my first question, to set the context for all the other questions that will follow, I want to get your take on the mind body problem. Where do you stand on this issue? Do you agree with Descartes that the mind and the body are two separate, independent entities? Or do you agree with the reductive physicalists who say that the mind is just emergent from the body and can be reduced to material objects?
Okay, great question. So I don't have a definitive position on the mind-body problem, but I think it raises one of the most fascinating discussion in the related to the problem of consciousness. So how physical processes give rise to subjective experience and conscious experiences. So I think the way Descartes formulate the problem become like illuminate an area of discussion in philosophy that nowadays we are still debating and still trying to to come with one of the solutions for this problem. So I don't think that we have nowadays one theory that could reply to the mind-body problem, definitely. So in a definitive way, that there is currently no theory that would have a solution for this. So this just tell us the level of the problem, okay? But I still think, although I think that is still a question how consciousness emerges from physical processes. And I think this is related to what we can talk next about the hard problem. I would say that we know more about the physical processes than we knew in the past. All the work I've been doing so far, I can navigate this discussion without having without taking a position in the mind-body problem.
Easy.
Yeah, but I'm not. But it doesn't mean that I'm completely neutral. Okay, I think in our current world, we have compelling evidence that our mind is grounded in our brains. So there is a connection between our mind and our brain. Mm-hmm. But there is a question whether would it be possible with a different type of architecture to have a mind without the same physical processes we have. So I think the Descartes question is still has still some force to if this is just a contingent correlations that our brains are connected to the type of mind we have, or whether any type of mind would require the type of physical processes we have. So, and if this is the case, if it's the mind would require any type of be grounded in this specific type of physical process or biological processes we have, I don't hold a view that the mind requires biology, okay? Because this would rule out the cases of artificial minds, okay? But in our case, our minds are connected to our bodies, okay? But how it's connected is a connection that cannot be, we would not have. I think the question still has some force, because even if in our case, consciousness is connected to the body, we still have the problem of how this connection is, what is the bridge between the body and the mind.
But personally, because Descartes, he was alluding to the fact that if the mind and the body are separate by saying that there is an immaterial soul, and there was a religious connotation to it as well. So personally, in your heart of hearts, do you think that there is a different soul in the body that's completely independent of the physical body?
I don't hold a belief that we have a soul.
Okay.
Okay, personally, personally, but I don't have any. I would not formulate this as in a theory that could rule out this possibility. It's more like in the options of beliefs we have in this debate. I would say that my credence of what is the relation between the body and the body and the body, the mind and the body, I would be less confident that we have a soul.